You're listening to Rockin' Country Radio, today's hottest country and more. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Rockin' Country Radio. I'm your host, DJ Delta Dawn. So glad to be here with you this evening on your Tuesday. And we are excited to have you here as well. And we've got a great show lined up for tonight. Now, our guest is Austin Webb, and he is currently doing a live Google Hangout chat via YouTube. Imagine how all that is being connected with fans right now currently, and we are waiting to find out if he's going to be calling in a little bit late, if we need to reschedule or what have you. So while we're waiting for him to call in or not, or find out what's going on, I'm going to go ahead and play his latest single, which is getting a lot of airplay, which is called Raise 'Em Up.
Six-pack can of a man, skull ring, road king, spitting a can. I like old bird dogs and outlaw bands. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm a bonfire, barbed wire kind of a guy. Tank it up, crank it up, put it in drive. Show me the way to those neon lights. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I live it up, have fun. I ain't hurting anyone, and there ain't nothing better when we all get together and everybody sings along. Raise 'em up, raise 'em up, raise 'em up high. Raise 'em up, raise 'em up, raise 'em up high. Raise 'em up, raise 'em up, raise 'em up high, high, high. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little bit of fun never hurt nobody. Somebody gotta be the life of the party. Football fan, George Jones, Rolling Stone kind of a man with a smile on my face, beer in my hand. Oh yeah, I like sawed-off blue jeans, cinnamon dreams. Got more bite than a bottle of beam. A country girl loving on me. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Live it up, have fun. I ain't hurting anyone, and there ain't nothing better when we all get together and everybody sings along. Raise 'em up, raise 'em up high. Raise 'em up, raise 'em up, raise 'em up high. Raise 'em up, raise 'em up, raise 'em up high, high, high. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little bit of fun never hurt nobody. Somebody's gotta be the life of the party.
Latest single, and I tell you, that is an awesome song. It's an awesome song anyway. It's a great party anthem, but I love it because it is one of those great summer songs, just feel-good party songs, which we'll be talking with him in a moment about the song. But phenomenal, talented artist, and we are so pleased and proud to welcome this evening Streamsound recording artist, Nashville recording artist, Mr. Austin Webb. Hello.
Hey, how are you? It's good to talk to you.
It is good to talk to you. And how are you this evening?
Oh, everything's chicken with the beat. I'm just happy to be alive.
Yeah, myself included. Well, I want to thank you for being here. I was just telling the listeners before you hopped on the line that you were over multitasking big time. You were doing a live chat with your fans, and I think that is just so awesome to see you. I was actually watching it and watching you interact and answer questions. I mean, that is a great, social media is just awesome the way it allows us to be able to do what we do now, both artists and people like myself. It's really a great connection.
I think it's amazing. I think we've really developed as an industry to be able to bring the fans so close to the artists. And I think it's important because it makes everybody very relatable, and it leaves no pretension. So it's really good.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. Well, I tell you, I want to congratulate you on the success of Raise 'Em Up because we have been playing the heck out of it on our show, on our radio station. We've been getting a lot of people have been tweeting us, keep playing that song. They're loving it. And what kind of feedback are you getting about the song?
Hey, I'm getting people that say they like it, and that's great to me. A lot of people have been very kind about the song and very pro the party anthem, and I put a song out there. That's a song strictly for country music fans. I wrote it for them, so I'm glad that they're responding to it.
Yeah, it is definitely a great country music. That's one of those anthems that it's not just relevant now, but I think, years down the road, people are still going to go back to the song when they want a really good, feel-good kind of song to just party to or dance to or whatever. I mean, that's the song. I mean, I know it will be for me personally. It's a fun song, and I know as an artist, that had to have been fun for you to record.
Oh, it was real fun to record. It's really fun to play that live. I close most of my shows with it now live, so it's really, really, really fun right now, no doubt.
Well, let's talk about your shows because you have been on the road hard and heavy, burning it up, touring like crazy, and that's another reason we're so glad that you could be with us tonight because just to carve out any time at all is a real privilege for us. But man, you have been all over the place, and talk a little bit about that experience.
Well, sure, I've been all over the place, no doubt. I've been very thankful to do so. Anytime anybody lets me play a show somewhere, I'm always grateful for it. But I'm traveling. For instance, I got to get on a plane tomorrow and go somewhere, and then I got to be in Detroit for the Faster Horses Festival with Tim McGraw and some other people, and then I'm playing the Grand Ole Opry a little bit after that. It's crazy. Every day is something, it's insane.
When you were young and you were dreaming this dream, and now this dream has become a reality for you, how surreal is it for you? I mean, because it's happening. I mean, it's here.
Yeah, for me, it's a very definitely surreal is the word because I'm very grateful for it. I've noticed that life doesn't change, but the things around you do, and I've stayed the same, and I think that I'm trying to keep that way for a long time. And it's when your dreams are true, nothing is ever the way you exactly have pictured it, but it's really close, and so it's just such a privilege, It's crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, you grew up in South Carolina, one of my favorite states, because it's not only is it next door to where I grew up, but just a big fan of South Carolina. And the first time you branched out and went to Nashville and said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to pursue this dream, how eye-opening was Nashville for you as an aspiring artist at that time?
Oh wow, it was an absolute eye-opening experience to and as you said earlier, it's surreal now. It really is. But I wouldn't say I was cocky, but I was very determined when I first moved to Nashville. I wasn't going to let anything bring me down. And I've been very fortunate to get the success I've already had in the short time I've been here. And that's truly an underestimate for me to be able to actually say that. But it has been one hell of a ride so far, just getting here and noticing it. When you first go to Nashville, how intimidating it is, and then how invited I feel now. It's just 100, just like a total change. It's been crazy.
Oh, I bet. And what is it like for you now that you're kind of on the other side of this, and to go back home to South Carolina? Have you been able to play back in your hometown or in South Carolina very much since you've risen to where you are?
No, I haven't got to play a lot in South Carolina at all. I've been so busy, and I've only played one show in Greenville, and I played in Charleston, and my brother lives in Charleston and them, so. But I have not been able to play a lot there. But it's I can't wait to get to go back and just play. It's pretty cool. They think I'm a big superstar in South Carolina, but it's a little different all over the country. But
a South Carolina guy. Representing in Nashville and doing very well, which, by the way, you just wrapped up a 6-week, 16-market country deep tour presented by AT&T U-verse. And in all those places that you traveled, did you have one particular place that you just loved that you said, I'd love to go back to again and again if you could?
Well, let's see. Like, the places that I really enjoyed to be the most, it was fun I got to go to Charlotte, of course, near, in North Carolina, and I got to be in Memphis, and I think we spent some time in Michigan, and I think that's where Janet's from. So we had a lot of big crowds, and every place around the country is great. As long as there's country music fans, I'm happy to be there.
Yeah, and I think you would agree with me that country music has the most fans of any genre and the most loyal fan base. I mean, my Twitter feed just literally blows up with Twitter, just fans, country music fans, people that are following our show, and it's just amazing the loyalty that they bring to this music, which is, I think, very long-standing, overall.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty unbelievable. The loyalty that comes with country music fans, it still blows my mind. I'm so grateful for them.
Well,
no doubt.
As I was watching your live chat a little while ago, you were playing a couple songs that you've not recorded, not released, and was that a little bit of a hint that maybe these are going to be on a future album?
I believe so. I think at least one of them will be. I'm actually meeting with my producer tomorrow, and we're going to go over some stuff and try to pick some more songs for this upcoming debut album release, which we don't know the date yet, but it'll be soon.
That's okay. We will anxiously await that. And I must tell you, both of those songs were awesome, and I said I hope they're on the next album or released as singles or just whatever you have to do to get them out there because really good stuff, Austin. I mean, you're an incredibly talented songwriter. And you're a songwriter, but you're also a performer. And which side of this do you enjoy the most? Which gives you the biggest rush?
Right now, at my age, at 25, I feel like performance is probably my favorite. I love writing songs, and recently I've gotten back into writing and the whole process. Like, for instance, this morning I woke up at 7, had an interview, had 2 demo sessions for 2 different songs before 10 a.m. Then I went into my co-write, and then I got done with that and did all this live chat stuff. And, I'm a busy guy with the writing now, and I'm very fortunate for it. And, but I think when I get older, it'll be more writing. But right now, the energy from these shows is just so inspirational to me. I love it.
Oh yeah, and what's forthcoming? What can fans look forward to from you? Are we gonna now? I love the lyric video to Raise 'Em Up. Are we gonna see a real a full-fledged film production video to that song?
Well,
I think that would be awesome.
I hope so. I think we're probably gonna do that video right before we hit top 40 with this song, and I've already read a bunch of different treatments for music videos options, and I picked one, so I'm just waiting in the wind here, so.
Well, I'm just thinking, man, at one of your shows you could just record, the audience reaction to that song, how everybody just, is singing to it and dancing and partying. I mean, that's kind of what that song is really all about. It's just having a really feel-good time and being with friends and hanging out. So talk a little bit about your writing because, I know that you are country, you're diehard country, but you also, the thing I love about your music, like, for example, Raise 'Em Up, I could easily hear this on pop radio, too. It could be a crossover song in an instant. And, your music is very unique in that you have that magical ability to infuse different genres so that you've got that you've got that marketability that some artists don't necessarily have. So talk a little bit about that. Did you kind of start as an artist from another genre and kind of work into country, or how did this all kind of evolve for you?
Well, I grew up on a diverse group of music. When I first started writing, I was listening to, I was 9 years old when I started writing poetry, and then I got into songwriting from Chris Christopherson's lyrics and Guy Clark and stuff like that. And then I started performing like I was Elvis or like I was Joe Cocker, because those were the most interesting performers to watch. And so that led to making my influence. I was really interested in the African-American sound and the whole, like, Motown sound, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to sound like these Motown singers. They're who I looked up to, and I loved it so much. And then with the country lyric and where I'm from, I just wrote about songs or the things that I knew about, which was country stuff, and I was singing like a soul singer. So I just kind of grew up into this own sound that I've got right now. It's been great.
And I love it because, you know as well as I, country music has changed so much in the last 5 to 10 years more than at any other time. It's always been evolving, but now it's kind of like, for me personally, it's kind of like this go-to genre of music that has a little bit of everything. It's got something for everybody. So it's pulling in music fans from all over the map that would never otherwise looked at country as a place to kind of park and hang out, and that's really cool, because now country has just had that wonderful way of being able to mix it up, and it be very popular and very relevant.
Sure is. I mean, country music has definitely changed in so many different ways, and it's always been evolving. And country music in the past was, people said that Garth Brooks wasn't country, and then he came out, and now that's the definition of what country music is. So, it's a very progressive thing, country music, and I'm glad to be on the part of the fringe of a new progression.
Well, yeah, definitely. And it's interesting that you mentioned Garth, because Garth is the whole reason why I kind of got into country music all those years ago, which is telling my age. But, it was like when he came out, he was just so different from what people had been exposed. He really did change the face of country music into what it is today. I mean, and I love the fact that a lot of country music now has got a rock feel to it, and country rock is part of it. I grew up an 80s hairband girl, so to hear some of the, Justin's new song, Home Sweet Home, with Vince Neil, and I mean, this is awesome stuff that you guys are doing collectively. And
right,
yeah,
I heard that the other day. That's pretty wild.
Oh, it is. I've heard it originally done by Motley Crue. Justin has taken it and ran with it. I mean, the song has been recorded many times, but I think it's one of the best remakes I've ever heard of that song. So kudos to him and all the artists on that forthcoming album. But it really is, I mean, it is appealing to a younger generation of folks that they never knew Waylon and Willie. This is what they know as being country music, and it's really unbelievable how popular it has become. More than ever.
I think Thomas Rhett has a song about that. It's pretty cool, about what he grew up with. It wasn't, Waylon and Willie and Johnny Cash. It was these guys in the 90s, So that's pretty cool. No doubt. I'm sorry.
On the road, you've been on the road performing with different people, but if you could go into the studio and record with anybody, like do a duet or collaborate, who would you love for that to be with?
Oh, Katy Perry, Adele, Carrie Underwood, Maggie Rose, probably in my top 4.
And they're all females. I noticed that.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on, I got to have something to look at while I'm singing.
Exactly. I mean, and the other thing I love, the reason I asked you that question is because another thing that I love about country music is a lot of the artists are doing some of that collaboration, and they're singing on each other's tracks, and they're recording together, and that, I think, is a bonus for fans and listeners, because it's like they're getting the best of both worlds when two of their favorite artists come together to record a song and then they put it out. Okay?
Absolutely. No doubt.
Mm-hmm. So,
absolutely.
As you continue to travel this summer, anything else coming down the pipes that you'd like for fans and listeners to know about?
Oh, man. You can go to my website at austinwebmusic.com. It's got I'm sneezing here. It's got all my show dates, and please follow me on Instagram and Twitter on it. But it's so funny. I like to post funny videos all the time.
Well, we would definitely.
I don't like to take myself too seriously. I think that it'll lead you to an early grave, taking yourself too seriously. So,
definitely. Most definitely. And I love the fact that you have fun. It does come through in your music. And that's really what life is all about. It's just having a good time. And like you said, not taking yourself too seriously.
It is. I mean, we're so, like my song Slip On By said, truly, we're really here for a little while. So might as well,
so true.
Enjoy it.
That is
so.
True. Well, Austin, I can't thank you enough for just calling in and giving us some of your time. It has been a blast speaking with you, but we're going to let you run because I know you've got things to do before you catch that plane tomorrow. But we will continue to play the heck out of Raise 'Em Up and want to wish you much continued success as you go forward.
Honey, thank you so much. I appreciate the conversation and the interview and taking time out to talk with me.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, and we'll be seeing you on the road.
All right, honey. Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. What an awesome man. I'm telling you, if you've not caught him out on the road, his shows are just dead on energy. And I've seen some of his videos. I hope to catch his show when he comes through North Carolina. And I meant to ask him if he was going to be in North Carolina. I know he has been to Charlotte, but I don't know how recent ago that was. But he is a performer that really gets the crowd energized, and if you like a high-energy show, Austin Webb is your go-to guy for that. You can actually find him. Go ahead and throw out all of his social media info so that you'll know where to locate him. On Twitter, he is Austin L. Webb, and you can go follow him there. Also, let's see, let's get it pulled up here. On Facebook, Austin Webb page is his Facebook page. And then his website is austinwebbmusic.com. And as he said, his website is chocked full of information where he's going to be next, and all the forthcoming plans for what he has going on. So if you haven't picked up the single, go over to iTunes and do that. Raise 'Em Up is a great song. We played it a little bit earlier in the show. We'll continue to play it on our weekly show, as well as you can catch it on our radio station over at live365.com. Just search for Rockin' Country Radio, and you'll be able to find it over there. We want to give a huge thank you to Austin Webb for being our special guest this evening, and many, many thanks to all of you for tuning in and joining us. We very, very glad to have you here. And if you're brand new to our show, welcome aboard. We hope that you will venture over and hang out with us again real soon. We'll be back here again tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern with another great guest. And anytime you want to know who we have coming, you can go to our website, rockincountryradio.com, and just go to the home tab. There'll be a drop-down tab that'll say coming soon, and you can click on that, and you can see all the upcoming guests that we have. And we are booked solid well into October at this point. So lots of great guests, and you're going to be very surprised as to who we will have bringing to the show. So that is going to wrap our show for this evening. Again, many thanks to Austin Webb, and many thanks to all of you for being with us. For Rockin' Country Radio, I'm your host, DJ Delta Dawn. Be back here again tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., same time, same place. We'll see you then. Take care. Have a great evening. Good night. Check out Rockin' Country Radio on the web. Find us at rockincountryradio.com, on Twitter at Rockin_CTRY, and on Facebook at Rockin' Country Radio.